everybody. Welcome to Oreo Oration. I'm Greg, and while you were out living your life, the fine people at Oreo were making endless variations to Milk's favorite cookie. So every so often, for no reason at all sometimes, I open up a new package and give you a tasty review without any calories. If you like that, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, support us on patreon.com/KindaFunny, and of course, have a nice holiday. Today, we're reviewing Snickerdoodle Oreo. That's right, Snickerdoodle Oreo. Nicholas Scarpino, welcome to Oreo Oration.
Well, first off, I'd like to say thank you to Andy Cortez for giving me this shot on this show. I've worked for this company for 17 years, and this is the first time I've actually been in front of the camera on one of these Oreo Orations.
Yeah, that's true. That's
super excited about that. I also want to give a shout out to Roger and the set design, because this looks a lot like Mr. Freeze's lair from the Batman and Robin movie.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, really fun.
Take two of these and call me in the morning.
Kill the dinosaurs.
What was that, Barrett?
When I go to the single shots, it looks like you all are just trapped in the void.
Oh, I love that.
I love the void. I love the void.
I
Look
love
at
that.
this.
I
This
love
is
being in
great.
the void. Happy holidays,
Nick,
everyone.
as you know, of course, our little channel here started as Game Over Greggy, and one of our first shows ever was Oreo Oration, where I reviewed cookies. And what happened, of course, is that I'd be mic'd up, and I'd be in front of the camera all alone, and then you'd be mic'd up behind the camera, punching and zooming and making fun of me as I talked about Oreos.
Yeah.
And so now with the new set, we're figuring out what an Oreo Oration needs to look like. And we said we did one at the stream, because it was like, hey, the stream happened, and it was the thing we did, and I forget even which one the triple brownie chocolate chip, whatever the hell. It's up.
Yeah.
It's up.
Yeah.
And we're like, good, that's done. Never have to worry about that again. But then yesterday, a mistake was made by one Geneviève Saint-Onge Miller. What Jen did was say, hey, on the way home, let's stop and get some chicken thighs, right? We need to get some stuff ready for little Benny.
If I had
for the
$1.
week. You know what I mean?
Every time I stopped to get some chicken
And
thighs.
she said, well, let's go to Molly Stone's after the playground,
Love it.
right? And we went to the playground. We had a lovely time. And then she's like, you know what? Molly Stone's actually out of the way since we stopped at this playground. We'll go to Whole Foods on the way home. And I said, fine, do that too, no problem. And then she said, you know what? Safeway's right here. Let's just go to Safeway.
That's the
and
easiest
this is
choice.
where I start percolating. The bells and whistles are going off, because if you don't know this, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have a Molly Stone's or a Whole Foods, these hoity-toity hippie motherfuckers won't carry the crazy-ass Oreos. Like, first off, Whole Foods, of course,
Doesn't
is like
carry
doing...
Oreos, period. It's Numinos
Exactly.
or Whole Foodos.
They're
or
doing
whatever the hell
this
they are.
thing of this. We took a vegan cow and had him press down on this button, and that spit out the cream. It's
Right.
never what you
It's
want.
all made of grass.
You know what I mean? They think they're better than me. You're not better than me, Whole Foods. And so anyways, if I'm going to get to go to a Safeway, I'm going to look around, I'm going to explore a bit. And that's where I get the name brand Cheez-Its. I get the good peanut butter, the Jif. You know what I mean?
Cheez-Its.
Yeah. You know what I mean? At Whole Foods, I'm getting some knockoff ass Jif.
Listen, you're preaching to the choir here, big dog, because when I go to Trader Joe's, I love Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
But just could you sell a goldfish cracker? Just
Would it
sell
kill
a
you?
goldfish
Would
cracker. Would it kill you?
And so when I was walking through the aisles there at Safeway last night, I ran into, of course, the Snickerdoodle Oreo, a brand new Oreo here, Snickerdoodle, cinnamon flavor cream, crunchy sugar crystals. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you a little yarn you might not know about Greg Miller. Of course, I'm world famous for eating Oreos and loving Oreos, but outside of the Oreo cookie, I feel a cookie's a special occasion rare thing. I'm not eating cookies every day, right?
Yeah.
With the exception of parental leave. Jen and I had little Benjamin last year, about a year ago right now. When we were there,
Congrats on that.
thank you very much. Thanks, you finally said
Good
it.
job.
That's great.
Good job.
We walked into town and would go to eat at this little cafe every day, and they had a Snickerdoodle there. And I made the mistake of eating it one day, and then I got it every day. And then at the farmer's market, where I used to call Andy from and got sued about, they had a cookie stand there that was like honey and butter or something like that. And these were the best Snickerdoodles ever. I OD'd on them, Nick. I had to stop. And here's how bad it was. I had to have that moment of looking myself in the eye and saying, I'm not doing this. And when we were at the farmer's market one week, Jen's like, are you not getting the cookies? I'm like, no, I kind of have. I've had too much. And she goes, I know. That's
bless our
love.
wives.
Where she's
God
like,
bless them.
we're going through a lot with this new baby and this sleep schedule. I'm not going to stop him, but he is going around the
He's
corner.
going through it right now. He's working through something.
Somebody's got to stop this man from eating this many Snickerdoodles.
Sometimes you just got to go through it, man.
So I stopped. But then, of course, when I saw this, the Snickerdoodle Oreo, I said, Oreo Oration has to come back. This is not back for anything other than the love of the Oreo, ladies and gentlemen. You didn't fund it on Patreon. We didn't say we'll only do it if this happens. It's not Nick's final day on Earth or anything. I said, look at this. It's happening. We still got the assets. Let's go. Let's get out there.
Yeah. I love it. As you know, of course, every time I'm at a Target or a place that sells the Oreos, I browse through.
You browse for me. Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times you've already tried them. It's already been a
Sure.
thing. I have I have no memory. But I'm very glad that you found these things, and I'm very glad they're Snickerdoodles, because I love Snickerdoodle cookie as well.
Well, it's time to start with the patented Oreo Oration first look, of course, where we open the package, see how they came to us, and what their bouquet is. First off, the package looks great. Who are we kidding here, Nick? Look, that's what you want to see. Bear's running in here. Bear sprinted in here in his jean jacket. I appreciate the commitment. You see right there? It's coming into focus. Look at that. You got great layouts. No smashed cookies. I hate a smashed Oreo. No smashes. Good. You got what you would normally think as that,
that rank and file
shortbread cookie, but it's not going to be a shortbread cookie, right? Because we've already confirmed, right? It's this. Oh, maybe it is the cinnamon flavor cream and the crunchy sugar. So I don't know what I'm getting into, ladies and gentlemen, yet. But you look. You also have that coloring, those sugar cookie crystals in there. And stay here, Bear, for 1 second, all right? Because I'm gonna get this fat bastard out. Look at that guy. And then you got that like there. Now see, again. What you're seeing there is just a thing of beauty there. For a little lopsided, but who cares? But you got a whole bunch of cream over there with the crystals in it. And then on top of that, you have the cookie itself with the crystals in it. Now, you know what, Nick? When we were growing up, the government used to do things and it would bring people in and make them testify and stuff. And if I'm being honest, the sprinkles, they're way more colorful on the package than they are on the cookie. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I'm not and I know, and let me guess what it's going to say. It's going to say enlarged for texture somewhere on this, right? No. So we got a lawsuit. We could sue him right now.
Is there a number we can call to initiate the lawsuit?
Hey, Oreo, cover your ass. There's a lawsuit coming. I mean, there is a number, yeah. I don't have my phone on me.
If I'm being honest, I'm looking at the package. The cookie on the package does not have the sprinkles on it. It is just the Snickerdoodle behind it that has it.
Now, you say that. Okay. You know what? You're right. It is the Snickerdoodle on that here is like saying we're a Snickerdoodle. But then it does have the Oreo that does have some... I would say, it does have it. It's on the Oreo. It's more pronounced on the package. It's there.
See, that's definitely an afterthought photoshopped thing. That is not a picture of the cookie. But you think like when you
at this point they just have a PDF where they go or not a PDF, a PSD where they go in there and just whatever it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, I mean I can see where you'd be thrown off. If I opened this up, I would think that I want those big like sugar crystals of goodness on top of the Snickerdoodle. But they're in the cream. That works out.
Cream.
You did kind of underplay how slanted that one is. That's
that's part of the first look. It's part of the first look. It is, but I mean, again, that's not going to be all of them. You know what I mean? And you know what you're getting. That's because, of course, the Oreo handmade. All right, a team of grandmothers back at Modelo or Mazzello or whatever, Mozilla over there making these Oreos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
So first look again. Impressive. It's lopsided. It'll be reflected in the final score.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'll pull this guy out too. He looks better, actually.
You have integrity.
You know what I mean? But they're doing the same thing. Look at it. You're getting the 2 pumps of cream in there. There's 2 spurts. You can see the definitive line in there.
That looks thicker than the normal cream.
Well, remember, this is the whole thing we went through on the show. I know you blacked them out. A regular Oreo is one thing, double stuffed another, but then the specialty ones, they're somewhere in between. They're like 1.5, as we've talked about before.
I like that. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that either. So first look, like I said, good. We got a lopsided boy here or there, but no cracked up ones. Well, that's always the big problem. Yeah, there's a few lopsided boys in there. So we'll put that on their permanent record. But again, it's all going to look the same coming out. What do I care what it looks like going in, all right? Time for the next category of the next category, of course.
That'll be in the post show, ladies and gentlemen. Give that a shot.
It's got very cinnamon forward, obviously, a Snickerdoodle. You're expecting that, right? Yeah. What I wasn't expecting is the way the crystals crunch when I chew them. You know what I mean? They're not Pop Rocks. They're not exploding.
Right.
But I'm getting some. Here, get here.
I mean, I'm sitting 6 feet away from you right now. Mm-hmm. I heard that crunch. I heard that crunch.
Well, you want a good crunch, you know?
You do. That sounded, if I had to put a number on it, 20% more crunchy than a normal Oreo cookie.
Well, here's the problem, though.
Well,
when you put the Snickerdoodle on there, it triggers in my head, of course, the amazing Snickerdoodles I ate when I went too far. You know what I mean? When I developed a new addiction.
You needed what you needed.
And this Oreo does not hold a candle to that cookie, which don't get me wrong. I'm not like, again, I was on this earth 38 years, right? Yeah, 38 years before I found that Snickerdoodle in that cafe, that Snickerdoodle at the farmer's market. And so clearly, like, I tried other Snickerdoodles. I thought I knew everything under the sun. And then I found these cookies, and they were outrageously good. So I know I can't hold the Oreo to that standard.
Different scale.
But that's what it makes me remind me of. And I eat this, and I'm like, oh, why don't I just eat the Snickerdoodle? It's time for the twist test. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is, of course, we see how they twist. There you go. Perfect. 2 out of 3 is what we do, of course. Another one. Perfect. Yeah, okay. I feel like the twist test at this point, foregone conclusion. And you might be saying at home, you might be screaming at your thing, you skipped the milk pairing. I would decided to put that last. Why? Because I forgot.
Your show, man. We're just here for you.
You got to do double stuff.
You got to. I'll try one more. I'll try double stuff. They're good. This is not a cookie that I don't like.
And by no point, I don't want to tell you where I'm going with my score.
Okay.
It's a good score. The cookie's good. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't throw it out of bed. But I also don't think I would go to great lengths to get it.
I washed my hands before this, and I was like, this cookie smells a lot like Dawn dish soap.
All right, time for the McElroy moment. Of course, this is Milk's favorite cookie. We need to know how it pairs with milk. So we go 1, 2, 3. Oh, my God. Impervious.
Impervious.
The cookie is showing no signs of getting softer.
Just made of steel.
Cookie is hard as ever, everyone. Time for the final score. Lopsided, boys. Doesn't live up to being a snickerdoodle. Still a delicious cookie. I'm going to give it, and this is going to make a lot of people angry, I'm going to give this a flat 8. All right?
Oh.
On the patented Oreo Oration 20-point scale, it's a flat 8 out of 10. A great cookie. It could be good for some people. Could be better for some people, but that's where the 8 sits right there. You get right in there. You're like, okay, cool. Now, you were talking earlier, of course, Oreo Orations. When we used to film 30 of them at a time, which was a horrible idea, and I don't know how I ever survived those, you would take home the leftovers to your wife. Mm-hmm. Your wife doesn't like snickerdoodle cookies by themselves, but likes snickerdoodle flavor things. Mm-hmm. Where is she going to come down on this cookie?
I think this will be a very middle-of-the-road cookie for her. I think she likes, as you know, she likes the celebration cookies, the ones that are like...
of course, the birthday cakes.
Yeah, the birthday cakes. She loved those. This has that similar crunch to it. Yeah. But my wife is an anomaly to me. She likes everything that is flavored snickerdoodle, does not like the snickerdoodle cookie. So I'm actually very fascinated to see where she is in this. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is snickerdoodle in name only. This does not reflect any of the other aspects that I expect from a snickerdoodle cookie.
Sure.
It's way too crunchy and it's way too sugary. So I'm going to take a couple home.
Okay.
And we'll figure that out. I'll post in the comments below.
You're not going to remember this.
No.
And I would say people tweet at him and remind him. He won't look at your tweets. It won't even work. But ladies and gentlemen, that's the way the cookie crumbles for Snickerdoodle Oreos. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below here on youtube.com/KindaFunny what you think of the Snickerdoodle if you've had it. But most importantly, let me know what Oreos we're missing for the show. Tell me what they are, where you saw them, when I can get them. Just 2 things, actually. What they are and where you saw them. Like store. Don't say like Evanston, Illinois. That doesn't help me much. I need to know the store you saw them in because... unless it's like a Trader Joe's, which wouldn't make any sense. I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, thank you for supporting KindaFunny and making things like Oreo Oration happen even when they weren't planned. If you see crazy cookies that I want to eat, you know I will, and you'll be back for more. But until next time, no. It's not how I outro this show. For this one, I go, well, I could have done it. It's been my pleasure to serve you. Keep on dunking.
I did my cookies in your milk.